up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another dinosaur model review. What we have here is Harvey the Iguanodon by PNSO. Yes, indeed, this is part of their museum line. That's why all you see on the front is an illustration of the dinosaur and no logos or information on what the figure is. For that, you have to turn the box upside down and to the top. And then you will be able to see what it is. PNSO, Dinosaur Museum, Harvey the Iguanodon. This is a 135 scale model. At least it's supposed to be. We will determine that after we open her up, or I should say him, since it's his name is Harvey, and we'll see what's the what. On one side you have Dream and Vision for Children and the agency, meaning PNSO. On the other side you have cautions and legalese and things of that nature, and the bottom is the same as the top. So that's what's up. Let's get Harvey open. As is typical with all of PNSO's museum line creatures, it comes with a pack, and it's going to be filled with information and mostly posters of well, it will be mostly iguanodons, but I'm sure they'll have other species as well. So without further ado, I'm going to open her up and we'll see what's inside. It's in the package. For one, we have it reads preface on there, so I'm assuming that this is like a storybook and some information geared towards kids, which is quite unusual considering the price tag on these figures, and I mean especially these museum line figures. But yeah, they're basically geared for creative activities in children's spaces. So we've got that. Then we have this right here, which is a booklet. This will definitely have information, and it'll have pictures of Harvey, which that is an illustration of right there. Get more. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll just pick certain, like right here. You see the profile portrait of Harvey. You got this showing displaying Harvey on top of the PNSO box. So yeah, so there's more. You get the idea. So enough of that. We'll set that to the side. You get the idea. If you want to see more, you're gonna have to get your own. It comes with several sheets of paper for to doodle on, draw, sketch, whatever. Now we got something here showing the forelimb. This will be the right forelimb on an iguanodon, and that's the picture right there of the that spike that's on the interior would be the thumb spike. So you've got that. What else do we have here? See, now this is not an iguanodon, right? This is a megalosaurus, so a meat-eating dinosaur. So yeah, they give plenty of stuff. I'm not going to go through all this because we'll be here all day with however many posters they give. This right here is an Archaeopteryx, prehistoric bird. So yeah, so they give more posters of other creatures as well as of iguanodons. And then here we have a picture of another hadrosaur called Edmontosaurus. Hopefully one day we'll get a model of that, and it goes on and on. There's plenty here. I'll show a couple of the bigger ones, so we can then we can proceed with the main event, Harvey himself. Yeah, see, you get stuff like this. see if we have something a little bit more impressive. There's a illustration of an iguanodon. This is of Harvey himself in illustrative mode. See if they have any true dioramas. Oh, they do have a this right here. These are always cool, where it shows the size comparisons. So yeah, there you go. And that's enough of that, guys. We're going to get to the main event. So here we have Harvey the Iguanodon on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree view of the model of the dinosaur figure. And at first glance, I'm loving the coloration. A lot of people, they criticize PNSO because of more times than not, they paint their dinosaurs very drab style colors, nothing colorful. I tend to think that they try to keep it as real as possible. These are large animals, and they try to take their cues from modern day animals, and larger modern day animals are not colorful at all. I mean, I know we're talking about mammals versus reptiles here, but reptiles are nowhere near as large as they are now. And in fact, the larger reptiles that we have today, Komodo dragons, alligators, crocodiles, they're not very colorful either. So yeah, it's staying consistent with that theory right there of the bigger they get, the more drab their colors become. You know, birds, especially the small ones, they're colorful, you know, with their feathers and plumage and things of that nature. But yeah, that's usually a criticism that most collectors, or at least interested parties of PNSO, that's the criticism they normally have about how drab the colors are. But hey, it is what it is. Some fun facts about Iguanodon. It's a herbivorous dinosaur. It's closely related to the hadrosaurs, but it wasn't technically a hadrosaur. It does fall under the entire scope known as ornithopods, and it was found in England, in some other spots in the UK. It was it could grow up to about 33 feet long. It weighed about 5.5 tons. What other things can I mention about our boy Harvey and his brethren? They're known because of those thumb spikes, which are theorized to have been used in defense of itself. One creature that predated on it was Baryonyx, who I've previously reviewed. And another fun fact is this dinosaur was discovered in the early 1800s, the early 19th century, and it was officially named Iguanodon in 1825. What makes it unique is that it's the second dinosaur to officially been named. The first was that theropod that there's a poster of, and now I see why they included it, Megalosaurus. Megalosaurus was the very first dinosaur to ever be described and named, with Iguanodon coming in second. So yeah, you get those fun facts right there. So yeah, let's get Harvey off the platter so we can get a look at him in his glory. Now that we've got Harvey off of the rotating platter, let's get the measurements out of the way. We've got Harvey here at 11 inches, and metrically speaking, that's 27, just a tick over 27 centimeters. So doing that brain calculation to see how close to 135 scale PNSO got this critter, it is, yeah, if you do your calculations, it would come out to, this represents a 32-foot long animal. I stated previously that they grew up to 33 feet. So yeah, this is right there in the ballpark. One thing I didn't mention about Iguanodon. Iguanodon is one of those dinosaurs that has been discovered that we know for a fact that it existed in the Jurassic and the Cretaceous period. So it was from like the mid-Jurassic to the late Cretaceous, the beginning stages of the late Cretaceous, about 157 million years to 93 million years ago. So it's one of the few dinos we know that existed in both periods, Jurassic and Cretaceous. So we're going to now take a closer look at the details of Harvey. So the first thing we're going to do is look at Harvey's handsome face there. You can see the shape of the skull. You can understand why it was related to but not a part of the hadrosaur family. But once again, like I said, it was part of the ornithopod family. So, and you know, they branch out. There are a few dinosaurs that are ornithopods that were not hadrosaurs, that were more closely related to iguanodons, like a dinosaur called Camptosaurus. There are a few others. I'm not going to get off into them, especially since I have no figures to show you them. So anyway, looking at Harvey, you see that nice pupil. It's like an amber color with a black pupil in there, and you see the nostrils there. Pretty cool. Looking at the going along the body, it's a grayish, brownish gray color with tan striping, and you see that it's going down. Yeah, it's got the zebra type stripes. Pretty cool, as it goes all the way down the body and down the hind leg too. Doesn't have that same detail with the foreleg. The foreleg, you go down, you know, the claim to fame here is that spiked thumb. Nice painting of the hooves there. There is also a semi kind of spike on the outside finger, if you will, and you see the same thing for the left spike as well, the left leg. Going back to the body, that striping goes all the way down to the tip of the tail. We're off the camera because he needed to turn around. You see the same type of detail with that eye. You can actually see it better from his left side. You see that nice attention to detail. PNSO made sure to put wrinkles in the neck as what we would be natural. If you look at just look at like a Komodo dragon down there by the neck, and you'll see wrinkles similar to that. And you got the same thing on both sides there, like I said. So we're going to go back and look underneath. You could see the coloration there, and oh yeah, look at that. They actually sculpted in a booty hole. It's called a cloaca, and keeps going down like that. So that's our boy Harvey the Iguanodon. As we zoom out, now that we've zoomed out, I'm going to bring in the one predator that I have that I know fed on iguanodons, and it was the previously reviewed baryonyx. This is Sebastian. Let me move Harvey a little bit out of the way. I'll turn him this way so I can get Sebastian a little bit more in. Now I've got to tell you, this baryonyx is from Nanmu Studio, and Nanmu Studio, though they claim to make their models in 1/35 scale, they need to really adjust that. This baryonyx is grossly oversized when you take into consideration that they grew to at their largest about the same size as Iguanodon at its largest. So let me get Sebastian in the full frame, and then we'll line up Harvey, and they look pretty close. I think if you if you turned the Baryonyx's head straight, it would still be longer, and if you stretch the tail out, it's still it's oversized. It's too big. It shouldn't be larger than the Iguanodon, especially since they know that Baryonyx grew up to, at its biggest, would be 33 feet. And like I said, this Iguanodon model is scaled at, it would be about 32 feet long if you were to do the calculations. So I'm going to take Sebastian out of there, get our boy Harvey reset up, and I'm going to bring in a predator that was more closely to its size, also from PNSO, so we get a better idea, and that would be Allosaurus. Now, take into consideration, Allosaurus did not predate on Iguanodon. They weren't even in the same region. In fact, what's crazy is Iguanodon actually was existing a few million years before Allosaurus came about, and Allosaurus went extinct in the Jurassic, while Iguanodon thrived deep into the Cretaceous. So that's just crazy right there. But yeah, putting our boy here so you can see that's a better representation. That would be about the size of a Baryonyx at its largest, would be the size of this this Allosaur. So now that you guys see what I'm talking about when it comes to a Baryonyx up against an Iguanodon, this is around the size that it would be. So yeah, the Iguanodon would be around the same length, but it would be much bulkier. I think a Baryonyx would be about 2 tons, 2.5 tons at the most, whereas Iguanodons were about 5 tons, 5.5. So yep, there you go. So to sum it all up, Harvey the Iguanodon from PNSO, part of their museum line of dinosaur models, is, for me, being a dinosaur fanatic, definitely welcome addition. I think of my dinosaurs just like my action figures. The more the merrier. Of course, I have that first world problem of where am I going to set him and the rest of my dino collection up. It's expansive. I've recently fully invested into the PNSO line. As you all know, if you've been following me, I also will collect some Nanmu, not all, because they tend to pattern their dinos after Jurassic Park / World, and they're pretty inaccurate for the most part. I've collected Rebor, and I'm going to, again, they've got a new theropod in their lineup called Saurophagonax, and it's also kind of, shall I say, patterned more like a movie monster than a dinosaur, but it looks just too cool, and I'll be picking that up in a few weeks. Like I said, Rebor, still collect Rebor, and what else? GR Toys. Yeah, it's yeah, pretty much these high-end figures I'll get, because like I said, when you look at them close up, take a photo of them real close up, and if you doll up the display, and from certain angles, you think that you were viewing a living creature. That's why I like the higher end models. So yeah, so here we have it. We've got Harvey the Iguanodon from PNSO Museum line, and looking pretty good there. I'm going to wrap up this review now, guys. If you like what you see, or if you dislike, please hit the like buttons. It helps the algorithm for real. Share, especially if you like, share. If you don't like, share it, because whoever you share it with may like it themselves. And of course, subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get it built up. Moving slowly, but we are moving. So please like, share, and subscribe. And smash the bell if you want to be notified for the next time when I upload a video, whether it be dinosaurs or action figures. You know where to come to get the real, the raw, and the rugged from your boy, the Ruckus. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.